Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo-Yo, welcome to Daily Discipline number 338. Rob Hoback here. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you keep coming back for real. So thank you very, very much. Hey, it's Thursday. It is almost 10 a.m. I'm severely late, but I am here, and I appreciate your patience. So let's go. First things first, still the realist. I'm also stronger. Yeah. So this is where this came from. For those of you who know me well, you know that when I'm working from home, my television is over there, and that there's sports talk radio on all day long. And so, there are times that I'll go hours. The TV will shut off because I haven't watched it. It's just background noise. But every once in a while, a conversation will catch my attention. And yesterday on The Herd with Colin Cowherd, he was talking about how Baker Mayfield and Aaron Rodgers, in his opinion, often play the victim card, right? And he was given some examples, and I think I agree with him. And his point was, Aaron Rodgers, look at all the things that you've overcome, right? Nobody wanted you out of high school, so you had to go to a junior college, and then you went to Cal, which is not exactly a football powerhouse. Everybody assumed it was between you and Alex Smith as the number one draft pick, and Alex Smith was taken number one by the guy that became your head coach a couple of years later. Throughout his career, had to sit behind Brett Favre, all that drama, and he's won a couple MVPs. He's had a great career, right? Like, he's not a victim; he's overcome a lot. And Colin's message was, you're stronger than you give yourself credit for when you act like you're being victimized by the media. And so when I think about that, I'm like, yeah, I used to play the victim card all the time, right? I try not to do it now. There's a difference between stating the facts of what happened and being a victim, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm stronger than I would give myself credit for, and especially with my previous behaviors. I'm sure you are too. So moving on to my thankies. My thankies is that I'm late this morning. Same vein, and this morning has been difficult. Like there's some things on my mind. I didn't sleep well last night. Was up for a couple hours in the middle of the night, which is pretty rare for me, and then slept through my alarm. Thankfully, Sam sent me a text this morning asking for some help, needing a ride and stuff, and so that woke me up and I got going. But I had the Dan Patrick show, and he has Barry Zito on, a baseball player, guy that in his career, he's a pitcher out in San Francisco for the A's and the Giants. He made $137 million in his career, and he's doing the tour of the talk shows to talk about the book that he wrote. But the book is, he came out of the gate, he was certain that he was supposed to be a baseball player. So that was his foundation. And as soon as that was gone, he was a hot mess. And I just sat there and listened to him talk about it. He's like, his addiction was what other people thought about him. So he went through a 12-step program and said, look, I got to take care of this. I live my life based off of what people I don't know are going to say about me, and it affects me. And he talked about how the last year that he was with the Giants, it was so toxic inside his mind that he was left off of the postseason roster, being paid $20 million a year by the baseball team. So he was around the club. He just wasn't on the active roster. And so he's like, I can openly admit that I was cheering for my team to lose the World Series so that they would admit that they needed me, because he got all of his validation of himself from being a baseball player. When he didn't have that, he was lost. He's like, look, it's not lost on me that people are looking at me like, really, boo-hoo, man. You were making $20 million crying yourself to the baseball field while you're driving around in your Range Rover, right? And he literally said that. And he's like, but it was a very dark time. And so just another example of money's nice, right? Having more money, while it makes things more comfortable for us, it comes with its own nonsense, and that it won't cure everything. If you don't have a foundation, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you're still going to be searching. It's just beautiful. I'm glad I got to watch that this morning as I was all pissed off. And here's the thing that I recognize as I was writing my notes this morning, like, I can relate to Barry Zito, because I've tried to put my foundation on a couple things that were all external. It used to be work, and now I'm like, nope. It shifted, and it needed to be my kids, right? And then it was my family. And then when I realized, if I'm just being honest, when I realized a couple of years ago that my marriage was severely troubled, I was like, well, the hell with it. I'm just going to go all in with work, right? Like, work's not going to disappoint me. So I went all in with work and had all the success until that all came crashing down. And about a year ago, I'm like, what? like marriage is a mess, therefore my household's a mess, and now my career's a mess. What have you done with your life, right? And so, probably in a much different setting than Barry Zito went through, but you just have to figure out what you're all about and reprogram your mind, right? So I see you, Barry Zito. I get you. I appreciate you sharing that personal stuff with me, sharing my personal stuff with you. And with that, we're done for the day. So hands up, peace out. We're better together. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be on time tomorrow. All right. I'm going to try and do that. I'll try to be on time tomorrow. Regardless, I love you guys. Appreciate you showing up. Peace out. Deuces. See you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I'll take the Titans tonight. They're going to run the Jags. They suck.